don't be worried. Unless you have to like leave usually pretty early, you're going to be missing a little bit. But I think it's pretty evenly split between people who get here early and people who stay here later, time-wise. But yeah, the plan for today's stream is going to be pretty self-obvious. We're just going to continue grinding through hard mode like we left off in the last stream. Hard mode, you know, pretty self-obvious. Yeah, hello, Snatcher. Yeah, we left off last stream just finishing up Jax, so we have gone ahead and completed Jax again. And so we're moving on over into the castle. And for this, we're going to need to start working on Fern and Gatekeeper over in the castle. And I think before we do that, we should probably go ahead and grab Jilin really quick, since there's quite a few of his quests that we are behind on. So, yeah. Shouldn't be too hard to go ahead and do him at the same time, but it is one of those quests that we have that we do need to do before we get through rest of Ghost World. And since we do need to level up quite a bit of pets, it's probably a good idea to get started on it now. Oh, I need to turn down that. Yeah, that one graphics bar does actually change quite a bit. You guys would be surprised. Also, closing other... Nope, Chrome tabs are already kind of closed. Hello, Deadpool. Yeah, okay. There's a small chance that my PC is not going to like today's stream. Hopefully turn down the graphics setting will help a little bit, but, you know. Roblox isn't known for being the least laggy game in the world. Man, this is really laggy today. Oh my goodness. What did I do? Alright, we're going to go ahead and switch over to pet team 2. I think this is my leveling pet team. Yeah, it looks like we do have 2 pets already here. Alright. Yeah, level 2 is pretty easy. We just grab 10 pets. I think at the same time we'll start working on grabbing Fern. Since she has some leveling quests too. I think she has like 2 to level 3. Maybe it's 3 to level 3. And then some to level 5. So, yeah. Let's see. Oh, and also, we have this whole new journal icon, so now we can keep track of which worlds it is. Yeah, I think progression is actually one of the helpful ones. It does also keep track of whichever one you have track goes on top, so I know I explained this kind of all in the last one, but oh, I forgot. But yeah, as you guys can see, we have quite a bit of progress on Riley, and a little bit of progress on a few other quests. Anyways, what was our next quest? Unbox 5 pets, yeah. I think we're going to focus on Jilin for now, since it is going to be one of the easier ones to progress on right at the moment. And then once we are, like, get to the point where Jilin's, like, having us level up rares or whatever, we'll switch over to actually working on, Fern and Riley. And hopefully at that point we have the pets we need to go ahead and level, and we aren't, and so that we can double dip on our tasks. Hopefully we don't end up having to level pets for Jilin after we complete Gatekeeper and Fern. Ideally I kind of wanted to just get them all wrapped up into one. I think the most annoying quest for Jilin will be a godly pet up to level 4 or 5. I can't remember which one exactly. But yeah. But yeah, I think we'll just go ahead and continue. We have tons of gems to go ahead and spend, so we aren't going to be needing to really worry too much about the cost of these crates. It really helps once you get your first rebirth having good pets. So the fact that we have stuff like Unstable and Musical from last rebirth is really helping us right now with getting gems, especially like since main hub grinding got buffed whenever they buffed the bosses, or nerfed the bosses, I guess technically, but basically you can grind a main hub with only the worst, with only packs available there. Hello, GS. Cool. Do you know if lucky loot bags stack with rift grubs? I do know that lucky loot bags, anomaly loot bags, and I think Spade Harbinger loot bags, they don't actually multiply to the full extent of a rift gum. So what I mean by that is like they're this like it doesn't have the full effect. So with other stuff like anomaly loot bags, no, not anomaly. Anonymous loot bags and like Jolly Roger loot bags, you get like the full multiplier, like 155 multiplier, 200 multiplier, whatever, that the Rift Gum has. But with lucky loot bags and anomaly loot bags, and I think also Spade Harbinger's loot bag, you end up getting a reduced multiplier effect. So yes, it scales a little bit, but not as much as some of the other loot bags. So I definitely would not recommend trying to unbox a lot of lucky loot bags with the Rift Gum. It's probably like a 6 or 7 times a multiplier in the end. I'm not exactly sure on the numbers. I haven't actually looked into that as a dev, and I don't know if I'd reveal that if I did. But yeah, it is yes, but no at the same time. Imagine if you get a classy. Yeah, getting a classified on this account will be kind of cool. At some point I do plan on going for it. I just don't know at which point. Deadpool was saying an idea, and I think I kind of like the thought of it, of once I get past my second rebirth, I've completely maxed out like Remnant Zone and whatever, as like a hard mode, I'd switch over from like hard mode just to kind of like a free to play. Where am I going? I'm going the wrong direction. So instead of like requiring myself to do every single quest to do like a rebirth or whatever, I'd go ahead and just switch over to, oh yeah, I need to go ahead and, yeah, right now we need to just kind of take the land. I know where it is, but there's no way we get enough height right now with how much lag we have. But yeah, switching over so that we can actually go do rebirths pretty consistently, and see about actually grinding up through the game fast. Hi, are you going to do Shelly on this account? Shelly's already done. We're on our second rebirth at this point, so we've already gotten all of the permanent NPCs, so we're really just playing through it on our second time through. Let me go switch over. Oh, that's unfortunate. Please tell me we haven't leveled up pets on accident. Note they're still sitting at level 2. Okay, and now because we are leveling up a pet, let's go figure out what our highest level 3, level 3. It looks like level 3 is our highest, or yeah, we don't have anything at level 2, so yeah, let's just go grab a level. all these fancy new features in the journal really helps with doing quests. No, I'm a little biased. I don't know. I don't know what your guys' opinions on them. I know stuff like the level, I don't think that many people will actually notice. Whereas some of the other stuff like the journal sort, I think a lot more people are noticing. And I honestly don't think the journal sort's as useful as some people think it is. Like, it's probably a slightly overrated feature, but it is still cool to have. Yeah, people have reported that there is this no friends currently in game bug. I don't know what it is. Like right now, I'm not seeing you on the server, even if you're in game. I'm seeing darkness though. I've heard people say, I don't know exactly what's caused it. Might be something I've done with the code on accident. I know right when the server dropped, I did mess up some stuff so that people were unable to actually join the game if they weren't testers due to some messing up function. But I don't know if this is like Roblox's side or my fault. Yeah. And the thing is, we have all the pets from all the pet crates already, so we don't need to worry about like unboxing stuff in a row. We can just go unbox whatever since we already have our indexes complete, which is really nice. But yes, I am aware of that bug. I'll look into fixing it for the next update, but it is kind of harmless. It does mean that sometimes it's hard to join friends. Generally speaking, you will automatically join friends, but if you have like multiple friends in the same world, like 5 or 6 in like Ghost World or whatever, and like different servers, you won't be able to really select which one you go to, which I think is the biggest issue. But other than that, it's fairly harmless. But yeah. Yeah, the current Ghost Simulator game is when our Morgan first came out. It was a generic image for the since at some point Ghost with like this year or whatever, Bloxbyte has been wanting to try to switch over to like the new Roblox meta with like AI images where they're kind of a lot more like popping out, gives a lot more like flexibility in how you can like figure out what a good thumbnail is. I'm not an artist, so I'm not exactly sure where that's going, but for now, they're reusing previous thumbnails or whatever, or just grabbing generic stuff just to sort of fill the gap until an actual conclusions come to for the future of thumbnails and whatnot. So yeah. Yes, I am now a dev. I've been a dev for the last 2 weeks now. I do finally have the developer tag in the game. That was kind of a bug that I had to fix right early on due to like the new role they created. But yeah, in game. I've been dev for a while now. Hello. Not on this account. This account is still, you know, hard mode account. No one really cares about it. But yeah. I guess since we're needing to level up a legendary pet and a normal pet up to level 3, we'll just go ahead and use the same pet and then work on Associate Riley's quest. So let's go ahead and track that. Yeah, a lot of people joined like a long time ago. I know one of the most common things to hear about people joining is like during the Easter event or like right at the start of the game when Ghost Sim had like astronomically high player rates. And then they come back and like, oh wait, why did I leave this game? Or whatnot. But yeah. You could give hard mode dev tag? Actually, yeah, technically I could, but I wouldn't. It wouldn't also get like permissions or anything like that. That's like actually one of the funny things about like I can do it in game, but the permissions, like whatever, I can't really mess with permissions in the game, which is probably it's for the best. I think there's way too many permissions I have access to in like the Discord server. It's like, whoa, why does the developer role have the ability to like, you know, mess with literally everything? Yeah, I mean, not that I think any other current developers would, but it's just like, okay, yeah, this doesn't seem very safe. Yeah, I do play the game pretty regularly on my main account. If you guys do end up joining me, you know, I'll either be hanging around in main hub or running around trying to give people the developer role badge. So yeah, feel free to ask for that. Actually, in the near future, I do kind of want to do some more rebirths on my main account, so get my, Remnant Tycoons up a little bit. Be able to grind for some more sandstorms, since right now I am chilling at a single sandstorm, because I kind of gave 2 of my others away earlier, I think this year, or for Christmas or whatever, for Christmas giveaways. Not too big of an issue, but it does mean I am kind of down on stats, and it is difficult to get even Sandstorm, let alone any of the other new classifieds. I think it's still fairly easy. I think it's like 3 to 4 hours for me to get a Sandstorm, but not as fast as I'd like. Yeah, guys, there's 85 chat messages. There's a reason I like try to not open chat in the middle of streams or whatever. Oh, it happens super regularly, Snatcher. There's, for whatever reason, some stacked ghost spawns, so they'll spawn right on top of each other. I think this is mainly in Ghost World, but I think it can happen in a few other worlds, like Backdoor. I think there's a spot. But yeah, it's actually fairly common to have that happen. So just wait around at that spot. Oh, you're opening... Oh, you got a Poseidon? What in the world? You're coming over here and actually unboxing classifieds. Good job, Deadbolt. No, yeah, that's a funny thing about, like, classified boards. They're a lot easier to get, so they're not worth as much, but they're still kind of, like, they're actually cool to get, unlike, cheaper, like, classified pets. Like, Rainwave, for instance, is a lot harder to get than, like, a space shuttle. Despite, like, space shuttle being in, like, World Backdoor, Crate 4, Crate 5, I guess now, and, like, super expensive. But because Rainwave is like 4 times harder to get, it takes a lot more time unboxing, so it's worth, so it's actually hard to get and doesn't really do anything. Whereas classified boards, you can always use them for like visually, even if you aren't able to, even if you like, they're easy to get, you can still kind of use them aesthetically. I got Divine Pets 1 for my first rebirth, now I regret it. Yes, there's a reason why a lot of people ask for what the best rebirth perk to get. I know Divines are a pretty bad perk to get on your first rebirth, but like, honestly speaking, they aren't that bad. They do help you progress faster, and if you didn't like grind good pets before your rebirth, which is pretty easy to do so, and I'd recommend instead of getting Divines, they can actually be pretty helpful. That being said, the best perks to go ahead and get on your first rebirth is going to be Master Hunter or Ghostly Vision, really depending on how fast you plan on grinding through the game. If you're planning on grinding through the game fast, going for Master Hunter is going to be better, whereas if you want to go a little bit slower, the Ghostly Vision is going to be more helpful. And yeah, and then instead of, like I said, instead of getting Divines, you're better off grinding good pets like Lucky Cats. You can still currently grind for. Grinding Gum is a big thing. I know a lot of people, like, they get to rebirth and they want to snap rebirth because that's sort of what you do in other games. With Ghost Simulator, you really do need to prepare for your rebirth. Getting a lot of glitchy loot gum, or even basic loot gum, can be really helpful. Getting a good supply of, as I said, good pets before. There's a lot of stuff you can do. I don't know why I want to get 34 of every single tycoon. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend getting every single tycoon. Yeah, I probably shouldn't say anything like that. I don't think it's super helpful to do that, whereas, like, just going for one will get you the gem grinding. Okay, I guess yeah, I probably don't need to say that. I'd like 444,000 Oh, yeah, no, forgetting to convert your gums is brutal. Honestly, I feel like there should be an automatic way for that to happen, like in Ghost World or in Void or whatever. I know at one point I'd suggested a automatic conversion for like all your currencies. I don't think it's as needed as much. This is more for when converters like were really limited, like you'd spend like 5 or 6 or no, upwards of like an hour to convert all of your currencies to gems, just because there was a limit on it and you had to like auto click and it was just super slow. Now though, it's a lot better because of how they changed how bosses work. So you're no longer needing to, you know, sit there for an hour auto clicking to go ahead and get all the gems you need. So I don't think it is as necessary. But yeah, it's definitely there definitely should be. There definitely could be some more indication on like, hey, maybe convert your items to gum first, or have you considered grinding a little bit of gum or something like that. I don't think it's really strictly necessary. I think that's like one of those things that like players figuring out on their own is actually like, I don't know, one of those things that people could figure out on their own and doesn't really need to be explicitly stated in game. Alright, what's that sting? No, where's our bubble? Where's our legendary at level-wise? Almost at level 2, lovely. Yeah, I probably shouldn't be leveling up the legendary for, Fern's Quest. I think progressing on Fern's Quest would have been better overall than optimizing it by using the same pet as I'm working on Jillen's, but whatever. The yellow peak moon symbol is the one at Wild West? Yes. I think like a lot of the hints for the Yoko's puzzles are actually like, you know, good hints. Like unlike some other puzzles in the game, people can actually figure that out pretty easily, like where yellow dunes, I don't know, it's something like yellow dunes don't meet a water or whatever, and it's like pretty obvious that it's talking about Wild West. I think it's Yellow Peaks or whatever, where dunes don't meet the seed, I think is actually what it's called. But anyways, so where sand and water aren't, where there's sand but not water, so obviously a desert. I think the only confusing thing is like Yellow Peak seems more like a pyramid, where it's actually referring to more of the mountains on the side. That could be a little bit more clear, but other than that, I think for the most part those hints are very easy to figure out. I think especially like the first one, I see a lot of people like, oh, where's the first find item for Yoko? They don't say that exactly. They're more like, hey, where's this Luna's thing? And it's like, just read the hint, because it's quite literally like where one man's trash is another's treasure. Like trash specifically, you're kind of like, okay, where's their trash? Like, what biome screams trash to you in Ghost Simulator? And I mean, yeah, you could argue maybe treasure could be like the desert or whatever, because of pirates and whatnot, with the X and whatever. I think, yeah, that's a valid way to interpret it. But like, you know, that's just as clear as the other half. So, but yeah. Oh yeah, I should definitely patch up the unboxing method at some point. Make it so that people don't get that as much. I do also need to patch up the gum bug at some point. I looked into it a little bit and I don't understand where the problems are arising from. So I kind of left it on the back burner. I'll look into it for this update. I think I've plenty enough time to actually get it done. But yeah, that's hopefully a bug I can fix sooner rather than later with the gum. I'm not actually planning on touching the unboxing at the moment. At some point, though, I do want to make it more of an intended way to unbox that's balanced for everything and makes the auto unbox Game Pass worthwhile. But yeah, that's like long-term out, not in nearish updates. But yeah. Man, you know, if only Poseidon or other boards were actually, you know, useful. Can I look at chat and tell these people something? No, I'm going to avoid chat for now. I've grinding to do. I need to get this legendary up to level 3. How does your computer lag so much? It's a laptop, and it's like, you know, streaming right now, recording video. Yeah, okay. Anyways, I think we're able to actually upgrade our vacuum or pack or something at this point. Probably upgrading our pack is going to be the most useful. But yeah. Can I say there's a dev in the server? I would recommend not saying that. Since, one, no one's going to be able to realize that, yes, I'm a dev. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know, but Ghost Sim Hard Mode looks like such a clean name. You know. Yeah, you know, I'm really good at making names that look clean. I have no idea why you think that, but it definitely helps that it doesn't have like 20,000 numbers in it, unlike like half of everyone else's usernames. But yeah. Goodness, guys. Which board skin is my favorite? I'm gonna be honest, I don't really have a favorite board skin. I really, I do like simple board skins, so like Glismata and Ghost Surfer are like some of my favorites because like purple and they're both fairly simple. If I had to choose, I'd say Ghost Surfer, but like Glismata being purple and a dragon is just so perfect. Same with like Kata. I think that's what it is. There's a pet that's similar to Glismata and it's kind of cool. Like it's a dragon hatching out of an egg, I think. And then there's also the one that isn't hatching out of the egg, which is a little less cool. I think that's mainly due to like its colors a little bit more magenta-y purple. Like it's still a shade of purple, but it's like not one of my like absolute diehard favorites. It's like, okay, right now this is a good example. Like this is a purple right here, I'd say, this pinkish purple. Actually, it's maybe more of a pink. But like these two shades of purple are like much better. In like this lighter shade's also like better. I think obviously you want like a mix of them where you have a little bit more of a gradient style, whatnot, but yeah. I hate server hopping. Yeah, if you have bad internet, server hopping can be an absolute pain. If you have a decent internet, like I have a decent internet, my PC is just slow. It's actually not as big of a deal as you'd think. Like it's like 30 seconds or whatever to server hop, whereas some people can take a minute or 2 minutes or whatever. Alright, there we go. That should be the dragonflies we need. Alright, there we go. Associate Riley done. Next quest. Jump through red ring, yellow ring, purple ring. All those should be at the castle courtyard. Yeah, you really need a mid shade of purple. I'm probably the only person that likes the Suspi board. No, you're not. I can definitely assure you that there's a ton of people that like the B, like bees. Yeah, the thing I hate about lag in like Ghost Simulator, is that it affects your Roblox physics, and like your jump height and your jump like consistency. It is super annoying. And you just go so much slower. It's yeah, I'm sure there are ways to go ahead and limit the lag in Ghost Simulator. It just I don't know how much of those are actually good options and or would cause other problems. Like I'm sure I can optimize some of the stuff like inventories or whatever. I just don't know if that would break the inventory system or be a good change in general. Like it might make loading times worse or whatever, and sacrifice other places. Does lag affect me when I code at all? Actually, it's surprisingly like inside the Roblox editor, it's not as big of a deal. I mean, when it does the autosaves, it does lag quite a little bit, which I don't think is normal behavior. But it isn't as lag as when I'm streaming, so it's not too big of a deal. I think the biggest issue I've seen is when I'm like needing to publish, it takes me a while to open up a world or whatever, and publish stuff like that. So, but yeah, other than that, though, it's not as much of an issue as you'd think. Yeah, it definitely would help if I wasn't streaming, and playing Roblox and having a Chrome tab open at the same time. Actually, for Minecraft, I could see this very well. Like, to stream Minecraft, I literally turned all my graphic settings all the way down. And it works. It's not really laggy, but like running 10 FPS on Minecraft is brutal. Like, I turned it up to like 30 FPS because I'm like, okay. And I'm like, wait, this is so much smoother. Why don't I do this all the time? And then my PC starts heating up, and it's like, oh, yeah, that's why I don't do it all the time, because my PC doesn't like it. That's not who we wanted to teleport to. That's who we wanted to teleport to. But yeah, no, it was still able to run the 30 FPS. It just was a lot hotter than when it was running at 10 FPS and low graphic quality versus medium graphic quality and 30 FPS. 800. I think my PC is like a $500, $600 like 5-year-old PC. It's or laptop, I guess. But no, I mean once I actually start getting a job and whatnot, I think at some point I will get an actual like decent setup for gaming and whatnot. Like buy an actual PC, just have my laptop for like mobile stuff more than anything. Because I think as a programmer, I can like warrant having an upgrade to my PC, and it wouldn't like just to do stuff at home for whatever job I do end up getting. Like real job. Alright, let's go do this really quick. We'll level up some pets while we're here. Actually, we need to sell really quick. But yeah. Actually, my Wi-Fi's fine. The only problem with my Wi-Fi is for whatever reason, it has this stupid logic where it'll drop, where like it switches your connection or whatever. So you lose, you momentarily lose like connection like every minute for like 3 seconds, which can get really annoying but doesn't really do much. No. That's not how business expenses work. it's more of like tax write-offs that you'd get it as a business expense. Since I'm a contractor, not like actually like working for the company or whatever, that's not how it would be gone ahead and done. But yeah, no, I definitely could get, actually my family joked about this, buying an Xbox as a business expense so I can actually like test the game on like controller or whatever, because right now I'm sure that the game is like really annoying to play on controller, and so I could definitely, as a developer for the game, make the excuse that, hey, I need a controller Xbox setup so I know how the game plays on Xbox, so that I can make sure it's working and whatnot. Which I took as more of a joke, but it's actually something serious that I could do, and that's, it would be more of like tax write-offs. I don't know exactly how much that compares to getting it for free or whatever. I don't know if it's just like you get a mark off a percentage of it off your taxes, not have to pay that amount or whatnot. But yeah. And then I could definitely, yes, make the argue that a PC upgrade is, again, a tax write-off as a business expense, so I don't have to be as slow. Again, I don't know exactly how all of that works, but yeah. Hello! Yes, Mega Bosses do count for Yoko. It's actually very weird, the consistency on like what counts as bosses, what counts as mini bosses, what count for some of the quests. Like, for instance, I think Shelly has a quest that says mini boss, but specifically requires Grim. I know there are some quests that say boss and specifically require main hub bosses, versus there's other quests that say the same exact boss, and require you to go ahead and just grab any mini boss, mega boss, whatever. Anyways, we are done with Jilin and Fern, so we'll go ahead and turn those in. I love how the auto shield blaster icon is photon blaster with A in the middle of the image. Yeah, no, it is kind of funny, the developer art that ends up in the game. I'm surprised like not as many people have commented on the current update screen. That's like I first made it just as like kind of a template, see how people liked it, and then I was planning on getting or Dark asked, and I was going to give Dark the ability like to make something slightly better for it, or probably a lot better, but it ended up it ended up being that I was taught how to push out the update earlier than like 2 o'clock. So update came out like 1 o'clock, 1:30 or whatever, which was sooner than I was expecting, which means that the timetable did end up happening for me to be able to update it to a new fancier one. So yeah, that's kind of what happened with that. But yeah. Also, permagnet is a photo of a negative magnet. It's kind of funny. I haven't noticed those. I don't really look at those perk things. I don't think those are getting changed, but yeah, that's kind of funny. All right, let's see. What are we looking for? What are we doing quest-wise? All right, I think we're doing a rare up to level 4 or 5. Actually, no. We want to keep the same pet team. Alright, let's sort by level. I'm sure we have some. Alright, let's see. What do we have here? I don't see any rare. Oh, yeah, there's a rare level 5. Rare level 3, that will work. And then I think we'll go ahead and track this quest. After the devs added the index teleport rebirth, you mean like the journal teleport? Yeah, I think that's definitely one of the things that people really like for speedrunning, especially since you can do it from like pretty much any UI. It does definitely help quite a bit. Probably not as much as stuff like the permanent magnet, or gum, obviously, but yeah, it is still definitely a time save. Alright, let's go upgrade our pack. Honestly, I don't think the quest sorting is really the greatest right now. I think it definitely will become a little bit better when I add the different types. Like right now we only have infinite and all types, but at I don't know if I've said this on stream. I probably have. But like an idea is to actually add different types to quests. And so when that finally gets added, I can't remember exactly when that was planned. But you know, I've said that before. I probably shouldn't be talking about stuff like ideas that I'm already planning on adding to the game, because that's kind of leakage. But you know, a lot of the stuff I've said is going to be added at some point, so you know. Oh yeah, being in public servers is just so annoying. Like I do not know how people play through the game for the first part with that. But yeah. Actually, I do know how people manage to get through the first part of the game with that. They really don't. Like, it is so hilariously bad how many people get stuck on the early quests. Like, some of my family members, like my brother, like siblings, have gone ahead and played Ghost Simulator like way back, like 2019 when I first started playing. I was like, hey, this is a cool game. Back when they actually played Roblox or whatever. And they both tried it out. And one of them's like, when I became a developer, they're like, hey, are you planning on making like Adam's quest faster? Because it took forever to get that hoverboard. And I'm like, yeah, that's on the agenda. That is one of the things I've noticed. But yeah. What quests are we working on? I think still working on Ferns. But yeah, no, it's definitely a struggle getting through those first few areas, especially when you have to grind the same ghost that someone else is grinding. I even know when you're doing like a rebirth speed runs, you start going through areas like Ghost World, and it's like there are literally 4 or 5 people in the same area as you, even up until Ghost World, and it's such a pain. Yeah, server hopping though is definitely a lot faster in public servers. Just when you get stuff like rare ghosts in the main hub, you're better off switching back over to a private server to do that, and then switching back over for the public servers to do the server hopping bit of it. It's just best not to not to spend too long in the public. Like, if you need to grind ghosts or whatever, switch back over to a private. If you need to server hop, switch back to the public. Alright, one of these two should drop the item that I need, or, you know, one of these 4. There we go. Oh, we still have Riley to do. Anyways, at this actually current rate, we're going through the game pretty fast. I think we'll be back up to like Void, I think by episode 30. And I've done literally no grinding off stream, whereas like on the first time through the game, literally every other stream I was spending 3 or 4 hours off stream grinding sometimes. So I think it's safe to say it's about 3 times faster to play through the game with like the second time around than the first time around, which is kind of like the opposite of what you want. I think even once we get to like this is with doing all the new second arc NPCs too. It's just the difficulty curve on Ghost Simulator is kind of backwards, to be honest. Like, the difficulty for new players is so much higher than it is for once you get into the game, and that's kind of like the inverse of what it's needed to be, and that's kind of one of the main focuses of me as a developer. Like, one of the things I wanted to heavily focus on was fixing some of that disparity. I think it's going to take longer than I thought before I became a developer. I think I overestimated like the amount of stuff that you can do. But yeah, it's definitely one of my goals at some point is to address that, because playing through on this hard mode account has definitely shown me a lot of areas that I didn't even realize were a problem, and made the clear the extent of the issue in the other areas. Wait, is 8 million? How much does Board Crate 3 cost, or 4 cost? The one in Ghost World. I kind of want to know for science. $30,000? Okay, quick question. Let's see. 30,000, it takes around 25,000. We have basic Lucky Gun, which is 1.5x, so divide that by 1.5. About 17,000. 17,000 times 30,000, that seems a lot more than 8 million. Yeah, that's already 30 million. That's 300 million. That's 500. Okay, yeah, that's about 500 million for us to get it. We do not have a shot at getting that classified. We do actually, if we want to go, we could go get Rainwave. We could also go get, I think, any of the Board Crate classifieds. Board Crate 1, 2, and 3 specifically, not Board Crate 4 or higher. But yeah, I'm just trying to do math on, like, yeah. You also are running, yeah, that about maths out. You're also running a 2 times luck Game Pass and also better Lucky Gun than I would be on this account, so that about maths out to be the same thing I just said. But yeah, I don't think we're going to do that. I was just trying to see, get a rough gauge on like where it would stand. Laggy Ghost game, yes, that is Ghost Simulator in a nutshell. There is the idea that as a new developer, I will be optimizing the game, and I will be trying to.
optimization is not my strongest suit. I think the logic and fast development cycle is more of a stronger suit than optimization. But there are some ideas I already have in mind. Some of the optimizations, I don't know how practical they are, so I'd have to read into the code a little bit more to actually come up with. And I think it'll probably take a few months for me to feel comfortable enough to actually make those optimizations, so I don't end up making servers completely inaccessible again. Actually, I don't know how many of you guys actually were there for when the update actually dropped and the whole game was completely busted. So that's kind of a good thing. You know, based on where the hint is, I think it's safe to say that is wherever you think it is. The hints for Yoko's are like super clear where it is. Nothing like the hints we have for like some of the puzzles. Oh, the funny thing about the puzzles. Yeah, no, this isn't this I think is fine to say. So, for the Lantern Puzzle and Remnant Zone, like, one of the things that I've been saying about it is that we are missing some information. Like, one of the hints, it was like, we had, like, I found, like, 4 hints on my own, and then for the wiki had, like, another 4, and then I was able to find a 5th one, and then based on that 5th one and, like, what the wiki found as the correct answer, there, like, literally needed to be at least 1 more hint. I think looking at the dev files, I think there's 6 or 7 hints, I think. And so there's literally 2 hints that no one's found for that puzzle, or that just don't exist in the first place. Which kind of just shows, like, okay, you know, maybe if we had those 2 more hints, people could actually figure out that part of the puzzle instead of, like, brute forcing half of it and figuring out the last half. But yeah, the puzzles in Ghost Simulator are something altogether. I think though the Yoko's puzzles or riddles or whatever you want to call them are actually, you know, solvable for a normal human being, which is kind of cool. And I hate it. I hate when people like are asked, where's the first one? Because it's like, okay, read the riddle and then, you know, think about it for a little bit. I think most people understand it, but it's not like one of those things where we used to get was like, hey, where's Adam's phone? This thing in Junkyard isn't working, when they're talking about like Luna's fragment, where it's like, oh yeah, that's obviously incorrect. Or people are like, hey, what are these mini pets in Main Hub? Where it's like, yeah, no, that's obviously a area of confusion. It's Yoko's riddles are one of those things where it's like, okay, I understand the need to not want to think, but, you know, try at least before you go ask other people. Yeah, I think they'll... Okay, I've said this before. I don't know how much I should be complaining about the game, so I should probably phrase this a little bit better. I do have plans to improve it. I think the base of the idea of all the puzzles, really unique, really good ideas. I think that said, the execution on them is way too vague for players. Like, there's not enough hints, not enough direction for people to go in. Which is actually really relatively easy to fix, and like the core part of the puzzles can stay the same. It's just, you know, need it just a little bit more than what they have currently. But yeah, no, when I was like rating the puzzles based on like how like good they are, quite literally I had like Blocks by Day 2 is the best one, and that was like a D tier. Maybe it's a C tier. I don't know. It's one of the. It's like a slightly better puzzle, just because like, I don't know. It's in a smaller area. It came with the worlds, or did it come with the world? I think it came with the world. And it's a bit more thought out and a bit more straightforward. It is still pretty hard to find, whatnot, but it is at least possible, I think, to figure out on your own. Whereas like all the other puzzles aren't. Like they aren't possible to find on your own at all. Like Ghost World specifically, like you can't find the start of Ghost World's puzzle on your own. I refuse to believe any new player will ever do that. By the time you get to Ghost World, you are done with adventuring and you're focusing on quests. That's kind of the thought process. There could be a little bit more indication that might make it slightly easier, but I don't even think like the easiest hint I've thought of, which is adding a little balcony for people to stand on and walk into, would fix the issue of it being like really hard to find. And then like the one in Ghost World, the one in Main Hub's even worse. Like, yes, you can find the start of the puzzle. You can find, oh yeah, I need to click on these mini pets. You won't figure out what they do. Like, you will not figure out that every 5 pets you click will reveal a lever. You might be able to figure out, hey, where did this lever come from? You won't be able to put any of that together. I don't even think you'll find the first lever. It gets worse after that. But yeah, that's the basic. And then Remnant World, I think it's the Remnant Gum requirement for all finding the puzzles. Too obscure. I don't think many people are going to be able to figure that out. There might be a quest that makes you use Remnant Gum that might clue you into its existence. But I don't remember that. I don't remember Remnant Gum requirements. Hello. Oh, Ian, do you want to claim the thing that you won in giveaways ever? I'll remind you now. I won't be available to like let you claim it like right now. But it's just kind of a friendly reminder. I don't have a claim time on that. But I figure while you're here, I might as well remind you that you have something to claim. Alright, I'm now getting a little concerned why we haven't seen a legendary above. I think we got 3 legendaries when we only needed a rare above. Now we literally haven't seen a single one. You know, this is actually starting to get slightly annoying. Alright, I'm going to have to pull out the auto clicker, and I really don't want to do it because it's kind of annoying. What time is it for you? Me, right now it's 11 a.m. Oh, the other day, time zones. I figured out this something super interesting that I did not know before. You know, maybe I'm just stupid, or that I didn't know this before. Which is completely possible. But, I always thought that time zones. So we have GMT. Y'all guys all know GMT. It's like Global Meridian Time. Basically, or Greenwich Medium Time? Okay, whatever. It's wherever the 0 degree median lateral line is. No, not. Anyways, it's the vertical line that like 0 is kind of calculated. and you know, days are 24 hours or whatever. I always thought like that 0 time GMT, like GMT plus 0, whatever. That was quite. I thought that was on either side of that you have like GMT -1, which over to like GMT -8 where I'm at, over like quite a bit more. Apparently, it isn't like limited to GMT -12, GMT plus 12, or more likely GMT -11, GMT plus 12, or whatever. Apparently there are areas that are GMT plus 13, which is, I find hilarious. I don't understand it, but apparently there are, and that was news to me. Yeah. You know, which, you know, it's fine. That's fine with how the world works. But I was really surprised to figure that out. Great job on the journal rework. Yeah, you know, I'm actually glad that people find that useful. When like half of it, I thought, okay, some of these features I don't think are as useful right now. I think, especially like the type filter, I don't think anyone's using right now. I think it'll become a little bit more useful later. We literally haven't unboxed a legendary yet. That's hilarious. Yeah, I'm glad to know that people actually find it useful. I think for like someone like me, I always keep my journals relatively clear. So the fact that like I'm not using it isn't that much of a surprise. But I think for new players who just grab every single quest they can, they're going to be able to find it a lot more useful. Like sorting by current world is so useful. Yeah. I think how it was before, it had some that sorting already implemented. It wasn't like the best, but it already had some of the features. Like I think it had a better current world system than I have right now. Like it automatically put all the world things in their current world first, whereas right now if you sort by like world or whatever, it'll just sort by main hub through event worlds instead of like intelligently selecting the world you're in first. Okay, I give up. We're not unboxing anymore. This is a prison. This is a prison. Event world's kind of weird. Yeah. That actually is the reason why the servers broke when the game first came out. I got a little too smart for my own good, trying to patch out people being able to join the event world and not have the game entirely crash. It works right now, but there's definitely a few bugs that I created in the process. So yeah. It got fixed relatively quickly thanks to Adam mainly, but yeah. Once like the Christmas event is over for a little bit longer, I think I'm able to just straight up remove it. But for right now, it needs to be there for anyone that still has quests from that time, so it doesn't like completely crash the game. Like, I was testing with having it just completely removed. It literally did not allow me to load, so I made a few adjustments, and then apparently made it so no one else could load. You know, exactly how the game should work. It's funny how there is pets with totally random names like Theo. Oh, yeah, no, like sometimes it's named based on what it is. Sometimes it's just named whatever. Like Theo's a good example. I think there's one that's Chilled Cleo. Yeah, not all the names are super descriptive. Okay, we need to go find Grim. Where is Grim? Probably in the Far Island, knowing Grim. Yeah, it doesn't look like he's there. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and do Grim. Oh, we should also probably work on Fern. Yeah, we only need to do 2 Grim bosses for Fern, so we're fine doing her a little bit later. Yeah, I don't think the sorting on the journal is going to help you with improving the speedrun. I was planning on having data saving working for the journal, so it's kind of a bug that it isn't right now. But like the settings that you select, like if you want always to show the current world, will save in the next update. I already fixed that. So for anyone that has complained about that, I know some people have. Should hopefully be fixed. Something else that people were talking about. Oh, the friend and server stuff, the friend joining. Yeah, I have no idea why this is broken at the moment. I'm looking into it, or I'm planning on looking into it for next update. I haven't yet actually looked at any of the code for it. I'm assuming this is some sort of Roblox or consequence of the changes I made to the 10 players join world sort of code. I'm hesitant to blame exactly Roblox, but I don't right now know if there's anything I touched that would have caused this issue, is the thing. There's nothing that I can think of that I would have touched other than the testing thing, which I don't think is the case based on how it works. That would have caused this. I'll know more once I actually look at like what the friend joining actually looks like. But yeah, no idea why that's broken. I am planning on fixing that for the next update. What quest did I complete? Oh, Gatekeeper's quest. I definitely think it's I think how I've made it so that the truck quest is always on top is a little weird. I think it's helpful, but I also understand why people might not like it. So yeah, what is your guys' opinions on that? Like with the track quest always being visible and always on top. I actually want to know what your guys' opinion on that is. Because it is not that hard for me to make it so that it is actually following the rules of the sort. Like if I sort by main hub, whatever, even though this quest is in Ghost World, whatever, it stays it stays visible. But yeah, if you untrack it, it goes away. But yeah, what is your guys' opinion on that? What do I think about the egg scepter board? I believe that one was a code one. So one, it's like whatever you're thinking about like doing with it. I think the just a second. Do I have water? Yes, I do have water. I think that's actually a really cool board. I remember when I entered the code and first got it, I'm like, wait, this is actually a cool looking board. It's somewhat like I remember it. There's a lot of code items that I remember, like I will go ahead and enter the code and then forget I entered the code because it looks not bad per se, but it doesn't stand out. Except I think the colors and like the honey aspect of it, I don't know if it's exactly honey, but it's something golden in it. It looks pretty cool. But yeah. I won't answer because I'm too focused on the grind. Okay. No, that's fair. Like this was one of the features that I was unsure about, and I haven't got any feedback on whether people like it or not. I think it would be fairly useful. But you know, it does also make it a little bit harder to actually figure out like what the top progression quest is. You have to go scroll down a little bit, but yeah. Okay, let's go grab Fern's quest really quick. Alright, cool. It's my favorite board because of the particles. Yes, the particles on it are particles on boards are sometimes kind of cool. Generally, most boards don't have them, but when they do, they're generally pretty cool. I should... Oh, that's not really a valid check yet. Yeah, okay, here we are. Defeat any mini boss twice. We'll go ahead and do Grim twice. This is what I think actually does count any mini boss, so I could do the Ghostly Vision bosses. But since we do have specifically two Grims for Jax, we'll go ahead and actually make it Grim. Alright, let's go grab the vending machine. We aren't going to actually go into this yet. Since, like, I don't think we technically, according to the rules, have it unlocked yet. That being said, we are kind of bending some of the rules for this one. It's not a huge deal. Alright, that being said, now that we've done that, let's go ahead and sell. Oh yeah, guys, don't worry, I'm also fixing the Z-index on the hide display options. I know someone pointed this one out. It's actually a higher Z-index than, like, pretty much anything else. So yeah, so even when you're, like, switching worlds or whatever, it'll show up above whatever menu you have open. Yeah, that's my bad. Sorry. Sorry if it ruins the immersion of how the game works. And yeah, we also still need to go do this legendary better pet. Oh, you got another Poseidon? Yeah, you know, getting a Getting classified boards isn't that difficult. Alright, let's go unbox random pets until we get another, our final legendary one, I guess. We're gonna go until I get 2 in a row. You're gonna be there for a while. Like, that's the thing about getting 2 in a row. It's not super difficult where you can't get it. I know, okay, I should probably explain to people in chat. 2 in a row, generally what people refer to when they say 2 in a row on a classified, is just 2 without a godly in between. Not actually like 1 crate and then the next crate both having classified. Which I don't think anyone's actually done just because no one unboxed that way. To be able to see when they get like each individual crate, they just kind of know in the general vicinity. So it's a chat based. But like, it's common enough where it happens, I don't know, not like super frequently, but it happens enough that people will notice it, but it's not common enough where you can actually do it if you want to do it for yourself. If you guys understand what I mean. It's kind of like getting a dev classified, where it's you know, it's common enough where people can get it randomly, but if you go grinding for specifically getting a dev classified, there's not like a set, you can't grind enough to have a set point where you can actually get it, just because it is a fairly rare thing. Like, you can go spend 4,000 keys of grinding and not get a dev classified, as someone has painfully figured out. But people can also, in their first 10, 20 keys, get one. So, Deadbolt, you will probably be there for another 2 or 3 days straight, I'd imagine, to actually get that. Because if you look at getting classified and then getting a godly, getting a classified is 400 times rarer. Is that the same for board crates? Let me check my math. No, it's not quite the same. It's 250 times rarer for boards. So basically, you need to unbox 250 classifieds before the one after one of those is going to be a different classified. So it's basically a 1 in 250 chance for every classified you get. It's not exactly, actually no, it is exactly that. Yeah, it's exactly that on average, I think. Unless I'm doing math wrong somehow. But yeah. Can I leak the exact percent chances on the dev crates? I'm not going to leak that number yet. I have an idea for it. I'm not going to share that right now. What I can say though is that before, my best guess was 1 in 1,000, and people are guessing as high as 1 in 5,000 or 1 in 10,000. That is what I will say. I'll leave your imagination to guess, like, where, if it's in that range, it is. Yeah, another thing I actually haven't looked at is the chances for the classifieds in like loot bags and boss chests, because okay, this is absurd. I'm pulling out my auto clicker. I was trying to be chill about this, but we've we've gone way too long without getting a legendary. Okay, that should be a legendary. If that's not a legendary, I'm... Alright, let me go clean up my inventory really quick, because it's now officially a mess. Oh yeah, remind me to add tab for swapping out journal at some point, hotkey. Actually, are we deleting anything important if we do this? Let's sort by rarity. We're doing 2 daydreams. Actually, we're going to keep... I think we have a level 1 of something else, don't we? Yeah, we have other level 1s. We don't need to keep daydream. I'm just trying to check if any of these are higher levels. Oh wait, I don't need to check all of them. I just need to check the first one. That's how sorting works. I just don't want to... Okay, we'll keep you. Keep you. Keep you. Keep you. And we can trash the rest of you. I had enough of clicking yes. It's probably like 1 in 250. I can confirm that it is a percentage. But yeah, I'm fairly sure there's a different chance for getting classifieds from like loot bags to boss chests. I'm fairly sure on that one. Oh, is there a classified in Spades Harbinger's bag? I need to add that to a list of ideas for very easy updates that people will like. There's some list of updates ideas, and I'm realizing I need more update ideas that are really easy to implement, and also like really like people will actually like, because there's a lot of like ideas that I have that are really hard to implement that people will like, and it's one of those things where adding like a small thing and a big thing at the same time that makes quite a bit of sense, because like one of them's like, you know, that'll take me 10 minutes to add, but yeah. Spades Harbinger does not have a classified. Alright, I need to add that to the list of things to suggest if I run out of update ideas. Also, I think we're crashing. I think this is the screen you get when you start crashing in the game. Yeah, that is Roblox telling me... Whoa, no, my auto-clicker's still open. Whatever that is, close it. Okay, that could have gone a lot worse. Oh yeah, no, that's just Deadpool getting Legion's Flats. Alright, we should have a legendary though, so... That could have gone a lot worse with having an auto-clicker. There we go, we finally got a legendary whatever. Anomaly will need to accept that he's the only boss without a classified. Oh, poor Anomaly. Yeah, okay. I should probably do Anomaly then Spade Harbingers. Classifieds. I don't know if we're adding those in the near future. It's just I needed good easy updates to do. So yeah, we're going to go with that. Oh, look at that. We got 2 reflectors. You want to bet that we didn't get any daydreams? Nope, we got 3. Anyways. Now that we have those, though, we can go ahead and turn in Jillen's quest. I think the next one's another leveling up one, though, so that's going to be fun. Yeah, 1 legendary pet up to level 5. That's actually not too big of an issue. We have enough at level 3. That's the wrong pet team. That's the right pet team. But yeah. I'm thinking of making content on Gusum. You got any ideas that I can do? Honestly, I am not that great at coming up with content ideas. Actually, there was one that I didn't like the idea of that people keep suggesting me, and it's... I can't remember what it is. Anyways, no, I'm not... I'm not sure... we need to go defeat Grim. That's our next quest. And then leveling up this thing in a mini boss. And the mega boss. Yeah, I'd recommend trying something a little bit different than whatever I do. The thing about when you're making content is you kind of want to be a little bit unique. The way I've heard about it, I heard this described somewhere. I can't remember where, so I can't give proper credit, but it was someone else said this. Someone like that does content on something else, not like, I don't know. I really want to say like random, some sort of like Twitch person that makes VODs or whatever. But like there's two ways to make like there's two ways to get good views on content. You can either do something different or you can do something the same as other people but better. So yeah, you either need to figure out some cool different idea for if you want to make content on Ghost Simulator, or do something that someone's already making, like, I don't know, update videos or hard mode, make a different sort of thing and just do it better. So yeah, if you can make really good videos on it, then go ahead. But I feel like it's a lot of work to make good videos, and then you're just directly competing instead of like trying to explore some different creative space. There's a lot of creative space in what you can do in Ghost Simulator. So I think trying to do the same thing as someone else will end up not being a great idea. I know one of the things that people have been suggesting me and that I think could be a really good video idea in terms of view rate is I complete the game without using the hoverboard or whatever. The thing about that is I didn't feel like that was a good use of my time. And I don't know if it will be a good use of your time. But it's something I've seen requested quite a bit of times. The thing about it is it's technically not possible to do it without doing like the hoverboard quest. You just have to not use the hoverboard, which is really hard to like, you know, exactly thing, or alternatively you can go figure out if there's another way that unlocks the hoverboard crates without doing Adam's quest line, so that you can go ahead and complete Blaze's quest for unboxing stuff. That being said, there is also the option of just straight skipping some of those quests with Robux, which is an option. I don't think it's a good option, but yeah, that's one of the video ideas I've heard a lot that I think a lot of people would like actually watch. But in terms of other ideas, you can do really simple stuff like, I don't know, maybe going over rewards for each NPC, or doing specific videos on how to like rebirth in the game, making a really good rebirth guide, maybe making really good videos on a lot of the other like tutorial-esque stuff that like there isn't already tons of content that's readily available for. I don't know, a lot of the content, it's better to come up with on your own. It's having other people come up with like the content ideas is, I don't know, it's slow and it's kind of a, I don't know, it's weird. But yeah, I'm not the best. really, you look at like what I've made in the last like, I don't know, year, it's literally been the same like 4 things in Ghost Simulator. It's been update videos, which I've done for the last 2 weeks, or last 2 updates. It's been hard mode, which I've done pretty consistently every week in terms of streams. And actually not much other than those 2 things. I'm not the most creative person when it comes to update ideas. Like, most of my most viewed content is stuff I made years ago on like how to get gems, are actually like outdated, that kind of are stuff need kind of a remake. And honestly, I don't have the time to go put into making a remake for them when like the original videos already encompass a decent amount of the stuff. It's kind of a pain, but hey, I have this cool idea for a video series I can make. Ghost Simulator hard mode. Hope no one has that idea before. Yeah, that actually sounds like a really good idea. I hope a lot of people come to that video series, Deadpool. But no, the thing is, if you make like a really good video series, even if you like use the same ideas and same rules, that's perfectly fine. I know Ninja Wars, like one of the only other people that are actually making like consistent Ghost Sim content. I don't know. I think he said he quit, so he might not be making it anymore. But one of his video ideas was having the same idea of playing through on a new account, but instead he made his own rule set. That's perfectly fine. And I mean, if you want to use the same rule set and make videos, go for it. But you do have to realize that if it isn't like completely unique, people are going to notice. And you know, it's fine in terms of that. It's just, if it is exactly the same as someone else, you have to ask, why would someone watch what I'm making instead of what the first person made? And frankly, I don't think for most people, going into a new genre, unless they're putting a lot of work into the videos, that people would choose their content over the already established content in that genre. But yeah. Hi, can you explain what is the green slime in the daily streak reward? You mean like the first reward, or the like the first reward on the day, or the first day's reward, or I'm trying to figure out where else the green slime you'd be talking about, because you have your streak loot bag, and then it's crate keys. First day reward. Oh yeah, that's a single ghostly gum. I think there should be a pop-up for like those. I might add this in a future update. But I think there should be a pop-up for those rewards, especially for the gum reward. And I think the gum reward should be buffed as these are actually ideas I've already floated. So and I think are probably going to happen. So I probably shouldn't be talking about these. But yeah, at some point I do kind of want to buff it and then make it more apparent when you do get an item, so it actually shows the pop-up. Oh, hey, you got a ghostly gum. Hey, you got the streak loot bag. Hey, you got the crate keys. Like once you close it, and then making the menu always reopenable so you can see what day you're at, stuff like that. Maybe adding a little counter too, so if you continue your streak after the week or whatever, but I don't know about that one. Yeah. Is there a chance you get a rift gum from it? Yeah. I think it works exactly as if you got a random gum. I haven't actually looked into it, so I don't take that with a grain of salt. Even as a developer, there are some stuff I don't know about the game yet, so I'll try to make it so I'm not spreading misinformation like, hey, a dev said that you have a chance to get a rift gum, when in fact it is only a ghostly zoom gum every single time, or whatever. But yeah, no, I do believe it is a random gum. Yeah, the thing is, they wouldn't even realize because of how it works with the pop-ups. So yeah, because you don't realize you get the gum, like, ever. Even on like this account, I was kind of, even after playing, I'm like, wait, why do I have a ghostly gum? And then I'm like, oh wait, there's that streak login reward where on the first day you get a single gum. But yeah, no, I think buffing those to like 10 gem or something would be helpful, and then making it apparent that you actually get the stuff. Complete the mine obby, complete the junkyard obby. Alright, let's go do those really quick. Sometimes I wonder if I'll ever get a Rift Gum. Yeah, I've only actually gotten 2 Rift Gums, I think. One I got, one glitchy Rift Gum I got, and then one basic Rift Gum I got. Both of which I immediately turned around and used to figure out the rates using the ghosts in the void. Yeah, other than that, I've traded for all the ones I currently have, including 2 enchanted Rift Gums and 1 glitchy Rift Gum, of which I am planning on using exactly 0 of. Yeah, complete the cycle, I believe. Oh wait, no, not complete the cycle. Pet leveling. Yeah, there's a few duplicate tax quest things. People don't really keep that into consideration when they make quests for the game. Just how it works. Alright, right now it says I'm getting 30 FPS. I am definitely not getting 30 FPS. Yeah, I mean, it'll take you getting like 250 class or 250 godlies for every single classified you get board-wise. 400 godlies for every single classified pet. It isn't like it isn't as easy as I make it out to be to get one of those classes. It's just, you know, you unbox enough, you'll eventually get it. Yeah, sometimes you do just get very lucky or very unlucky with the crates too. Whoa! Ping, you mind? Come back down a bit? Upgrading my computer was one of the best things I did. Yeah, at some point I do need to get a better PC. I mean, this one does fine when I'm not streaming and whatever. But like, when I am streaming, 2 FPS is not really a playable amount. But yeah, I think we are on track to still go ahead and complete all these Ghost World quests today and move on to Backdoor, which is like really fast. As I said, I actually going through Backdoor, I think we're going to be able to do like that in 2 episodes. I think we're going to be back to Void, but like done with Void by episode 30, which is kind of funny. I mean, it's not super cold, but it's definitely a lot better when I'm not streaming and whatnot. But like, it isn't running 60 FPS. It's just running like 20 FPS instead of 5 FPS. Which, arguably, isn't good. But again, arguably is better. Or, not arguably, but is objectively better than 5 FPS. So yeah, no, that episode, the thing about that episode is, like, some of those classifieds didn't really count. Like, really the only, like, I think 2 of those classifieds didn't really count. But yeah, I definitely got pretty lucky on that day, with some of the classifieds. There are some times where I get really lucky. There's other times where I get not super lucky. It really depends on It depends on the day. Like, there was one time when I was trying to get Sunny, when I was trying to unbox everyone, and I took 2 hours or whatever, and I didn't get Sunny. The next day, I came back to doing it, and I got like 4 or 5 classifieds within an hour. It's really all up to the day, up to how good your auto-clicker is, how your computer is doing lag-wise, so many different factors, but yeah. The day of 4 blobs? Yeah, that was weird. I'm like, hey, this should be enough gems to get a blob on average. Gets 4. There are times when I've unboxed on this hard mode account, the expected amount plus, like 2 times it, and I haven't got stuff. It's how statistics work. Could there be a pity system? I think there should be a pity system for Godlies. I don't know. I don't think there should be a pity system for classifieds, but maybe. Maybe eventually there will be. Oh yeah. I love at 3 FPS and being able to have physics work exactly as they should. I'm assuming you guys are talking about Geometry Dash. Based on the word timing, and the fact that Deadbolt talks about Geometry Dash half the time. But yeah, I haven't played Geometry Dash in forever. Honestly, I never really played it. It's one of those games where everyone's played it at some point, it feels like, but like I never really got into it. Like, I can believe the first few maps, whatever, but nothing crazy. I mean, okay, what I've heard about Geometry Dash is you have to kind of play at a certain FPS for it to be consistent on some jumps. 2.2 released a while ago. Yeah, I have no idea what version Geometry Dash is on. Good job, Deadbolt, dying on the But yeah, that was like all I know about Geometry Dash. What main game pets that are only obtainable as quest rewards are my favorite? I like Wisp. Like, Wisp is a really cool, I think, pet from Luna and whatever. I think Jax's pet is actually kind of cool too. It's just, pain to get. I personally think the Mythicals are overrated, especially after the start one, which is, Oh yeah! Yeah, 8-bit! Here you guys can have a pet! Here's a lot of easy quests. Oh, here's a door in the face, for the last quest. I think 8-bit kind of ruins it for all the Mythicals. But yeah, other than that, it's, I don't know. There might be a few others that I like, but I think Wisp, Jax's pet, as hard as Jax's quest is, she has a good, cool pet. Yeah. I think anything second arc is just forgettable, just because how the game works. yeah. Puzzles get a... Actually, there's only one puzzle, and that's Archie's, and I don't remember what it looks like, so it goes back. The idea is before you go ahead and rebirth is actually, if you want good pets, is to grind for lucky cats. You can do this by using the overcharge in backdoor to go ahead and kill them. I have a video on it somewhere. Don't need to worry about it too much. But yeah, that's generally the best practice for what pets to get. After rebirth, like before you rebirth, you will get an Atom which has insane stats. And you'll be able to, once you have rebirth, go ahead and get some pets like Circuit Dude, Paint Palette from the second arc quest lines that should also be decent stats. I think those are actually going to be probably similar to what you already have based on how code pets work and whatnot. But yeah, Lucky Cats I think is your next progression point. Basically, once you get maxed on Backdoor, complete Rowan's quest, and then you're going to be able to go ahead and overcharge in specific locations. Follow the path on the wiki in a private server, and they'll stay consistent. Yeah, that's my best suggestion. But yeah. What am I doing? Oh, I'm going to find Grim. Is Grim here? Grim is in fact gone. You know, if I wasn't running at 2 FPS, we'd probably be able to actually find Grim in a reasonable amount of time, but as it is, we're running around 3 studs a second. Yeah. Yeah, I might also, like, I don't know too much about Geometry Dash, so they may have fixed, like, the FPS thing in version 2.2 or whatever. But yeah, timings is based on your FPS, so, if I'm not mistaken. So, you know, maybe play on higher FPS. Get better device, skill issue. I don't know, one of those 3 things. I am way too addicted to the skill issue meme, and I realize it's kind of offensive sometimes, but you know. What happened to that guy that I accidentally banned and never came back? I have no idea. I'm not too concerned about that. Oh wait, I can't trade. I can't trade. That's right. Alright, let's go do a boss and main hub. Bye, York. Hello, EQ. Good luck with the Geometry Dash level. I know sometimes getting past some of those hurdles is really annoying. And then when you figure out, you realize, like, oh, this is not that difficult. Actually, I know when I was younger, there were some things like that. I can't remember. But there are some things, like, when you're young, you just get, like, really... Oh, that's what it was. A Donkey Kong level. Which is... This is going to sound really stupid and really, like, random left field. Cool boss event next. We'll just go ahead and wait for it. I'll go rant on the meantime. There's this Donkey Kong level that it's on the Wii. I don't know the exact name of the game. But like when I was younger, there's this one level where it's this minecart one, and you have to jump over this like gap in the tracks, but there's like a thing of spikes above you. And when I was younger, I had no idea how to solve it. Like the best thing I could do was quite literally 2 players use like some jumping shenanigans using extra lives to avoid it. And then when I got older, I realized, wait, you can do short jumps in the game. And it was just this like a knowledge gap for me being too young to understand how the game worked. And now that I'm like, when I realized that, it was like, oh, duh. And it's so dumb. But yeah. I'm assuming you're talking about the beach. And yes. Yeah. Maybe not the beach. No, Block City is not. Junkyard might be. Sewer isn't. Wild West shouldn't be. Area 51. Area 51, if you're under 13, you aren't allowed to say numbers or see numbers in chat. Like, your account is set to under 13, not your actual age or whatever. So yeah, if any numbers, if you're under 13, you aren't going to be able to, that's going to get tagged for you. Mine shouldn't get tagged, pyramids shouldn't get tagged, beach might get tagged for, well, for reasons. Underwater, I think is fine, volcano is probably fine, and then ice cave is 100% fine. So yeah. Yeah, either junkyard or beach, and probably beach. Yeah, and I think it depends on how you phrase it. Like, I can say, like, just, I actually saw someone got, Roblox had some moderation issues. Someone said, oh yeah, something's in the beach. Because of, you know, like, someone asking where a find item is. In Roblox moderation got them. It was like, what in the world, Roblox moderation? And it's like, yeah. So yeah, try not to say beach in Roblox. It will, it might come back to haunt you. And I think it really also depends on how you phrase it. Like there's some ways where you can phrase beach where it's like, ambiguous on what it actually means. Whereas there's other ways where if you say like the biome or whatever, and then say a specific thing like in the water or on the cliff or whatever, where it's obviously not referring to the one, and that will make it a little bit better. I know some things in Roblox have different like context things where it'll censor it in some contexts but not in others. But yeah. Yeah, you should probably go beat that first, Deadpool, and then talk trash on it. Oh yeah, good luck with that. I know I find Ghost World to be the longest. I think that's mainly just due to like Grim and Great Guardian requirements. Whereas like for main hub you can do any boss. But that's just my opinion. And you know, maybe that's actually fine for most people, and I'm just like, you know, annoyed at having to do Great Guardian again. But yeah. Alright, no wait, the only reason I was here was for that boss, so we'll go ahead and sell and then leave. To Ghost World. When is the end fight recording going to come out? So you guys know how I said I was going to edit that like Friday after I did my Ghost Simulator video. yeah, that's hasn't even been opened in my video editor yet. So hopefully sometime later this week, it'll probably be the video for this week. But yeah, that's there's no progress on it yet. So hopefully you guys weren't too excited about it. I'd imagine it's going to be sometime around Thursday is, I think, a good time for that. I think after today's stream, I'll be doing a little bit of Ghost Sim development. Probably looking into patching that Friends bug. What else? What else was there that there was stuff that I had to go fix? There was something else in game that I need to go ahead and take a look at. I can't remember. I've already fixed the journal UI stuff. Actually, no, this thing. This hide display options. I need to figure out some better way to phrase it because this is not Ghost Sim button. This is, it stands out like a sore thumb. I've already fixed the Z-index issue. I just need to like figure out a better way for the button. Yeah. I was thinking of doing an arrow, but we don't have a good arrow decal that I could find in Ghost Simulator, so kind of stuck with all the arrow decals are too low quality for that big of a button is the issue. I could make the button smaller, but I kind of like the idea of making it a little bit bigger than the other buttons. Honestly, it might already be too big. Might be able to be made smaller, but yeah. If you guys have good ideas for what that button should look like, I am open to feedback on that because it looks horrendous right now. Has the gum glitch been patched? Oh no, the gum glitch hasn't been patched. Thank you. That's the thing I was actually looking into fixing for the next update. Making it so that when you use a gum, your avatar doesn't freeze on everyone else's screen. I'm assuming this is probably a pain to patch. I'm assuming it's some sort of actually no, it might be. I'll have to check to see whether the model for gum is like anchored or something, and maybe that's why it's not showing people as being able to move. Maybe just unanchoring that will fix it. Fingers crossed. Hopefully it's that easy. If it's not that easy, I'm going to have to go figure out why in the world the code that I've seen of it so far is doing that. And it might be something to do with the fact that it'd be moving around if it was moving with the player. That was like, so the other clients decided to go ahead and just freeze the avatar instead of trying to figure out rendering on it. Also wonder if I could tween it instead of using whatever the current method is. Okay, we keep getting into the same server. I'm assuming there's a friend in here, but yeah. Egg. Oh yeah, I've also removed these guys from the next update, so we no longer have these random find items from home. We no longer have those specific find items from the last whatever event they came in. There's probably other find items that probably need to be removed, but yeah, no. Alright, we have tons of boss bait. We're just going to go burn some boss bait really quick. And by tons, I do mean like quite literally tons. Oh, this allows me to show off the other bug patch that I am proud of, but is literally took me like 3 seconds to fix. And you know, oh my goodness, I hate lag in races. Why is this so laggy? Anyways, this is mainly just me streaming this. I get this normally outside races. But yeah. lag! I hate this. I hate every second of this. Alright, there we go. Back to 30 FPS. Now we can actually do race normally. But yeah, race results now show seconds, decimals, so you can see, you know, a little bit more clarity on how fast people complete. This used to be a feature, but then it got removed for some reason, I think due to some sort of rounding error where it display like 20,000 zeros or whatever. But yeah, now you can actually see like more precision on how fast you complete a race. Yay! Yeah, the exactly 2 people that actually care about that. Like, it doesn't actually change how races are. Actually, it might. But it doesn't change too much on how races work. It just makes it a little bit cleaner and allows you guys to actually see like your differences in times. Again, you know, I was proud of this. As I said, it didn't take too much work to do, but I feel like no one saw it. And unfortunately, everyone had DNF'd, so, yeah, at some point I want to fix, like, the rest of races, but, that's not, no, I need to stay in the same server, and I need to use a boss bait, or event bait. Yeah, Archie's puzzle, I don't think having the mini pets disappear is a good idea. I think having them stay is fine. But I think a few other changes need to happen to that puzzle, as I've said before. I'm not going to reiterate them this time. I've reiterated them like 3 or 4 times this stream already, which is more than I want to do every single stream. I understand the sentiment, I just don't think it's as good of an idea as you think. Like, being able to redo the puzzle, like, doesn't hurt anyone. Anyways, we have about an hour left. I think an hour should be enough to complete the rest of those quests. We are leveling up our legendary, correct? Yes, we are. Yeah, because we have like I think 2 more difficult quests left for Fern. Jillian, I think, is the hardest one left, is a godly up to level 3 or 4. And we're done with Gatekeeper. We are done with Associate Riley. So yeah, it's just Fern that we need to finish at this point. I think the next quest of Associate Riley's is Find Items quest, so not tricky at all. Alright, we're going to go ahead and go to Ghost World, and then we're going to do a Grim, either with an event bait or hopefully it's already pre-spawned. And then we're going to go back and grab a boss in main hub with hopefully a different server where we can actually, you know, boss bait. But yeah. Alright, mini boss incoming right now. Nothing there. Nothing there. There you go. Oh, for anyone wondering, yeah, we don't even have enough race coins for a single race crate yet. We've completely completed Yu-Wu. We've rebirthed already. We haven't been able to get a single race crate legitimately yet. That is bad. I think on my main account, I've only gotten enough race coins for one race crate, and that's just because I've done less races on that account. But it also does have 2 times, like, boss drops, which affects it. It's not a good system. Anyways, once we complete this boss, we should be able to just go back, grab the boss for Fern. I can't remember exactly what the next quest for Fern will be. I think they're item-ish based. Like find items and normal items. And then we'll go ahead and complete Gatekeeper and Riley, and then we'll go ahead and hopefully get Jilin done at some point. He's definitely going to be the longest one left. I think Fern's quests are going to be faster than his. Even though we do have a level up to 3, we have a level up to 3 and then a level up to 5 quest for Fern. So yeah, shouldn't have anything difficult left for Fern. Actually, what pets do we have for godly leveling? Let's see. All these should be level 10, so like here, 9, 8, 6. I'm hopping so fast because of Blaze right now. Yeah. Alright, race event next. We'll just go ahead and boss bait through it like we did last time. Maybe not even participate in the race. It's probably the same exact server we've been in before. Yep. She's gone. Alright. I was trying to show you guys my cat, but she left faster than I could get it. I don't know if she was on screen at all. But yeah, she came, said hi, and then left immediately. Alright, anyways, done with the race. Again, we can see our fancy extra seconds left. Wonderful. Wonderful addition. That definitely took me forever to do and wasn't just as simple as adding 2 lines of code. Anyways, yeah, now we can go ahead and boss bait for the next boss, and then should be good. Yeah, because this is going to be Fern done. Next quest is probably 2 pets to level 3, and then it will be 2 pets to, or one pet to level 5, I think, and then it will be mostly find items other than that, so should be pretty good. Yeah, Jillian's definitely going to be the holdup for us moving on to backdoor. I think we should be able to get Jillian done. We have 50 minutes left still, so it's probably around 10 minutes for the Great Guardian fight, 10 minutes for the rest of Fern, and 30 minutes seems like more than enough time to get Jillian done, so we'll be able to move on to first part of backdoor. I don't know how far into that we'll get. We'll probably complete Gabe's clone, or is it called Gabe's clone? Gab 3? I don't know what you guys call him. But yeah, we should be able to complete him. Maybe do a few other things. Anyways, these are level 1 pets, correct? No, this is rarity. If Heist gets a classified, it'll be funny. Yeah, no, we aren't actually going to be unboxing too much more for Jillian. I think we have one Godly left to unbox, which we should. I mean, we're nowhere near the amount on average I'd need to get a classified. Like if we go look at my inventory character screen, you guys can probably clearly see that 2,000 pets. It's around 100,000 pets per a classified. We are nowhere close. We do have a lot of bosses though. 200 bosses, that's actually quite a bit of bosses. All the rest of the items are pretty bad though. Actually, I think on my main do I have 1,000,000 ghosts on my main? No. No way. Maybe? Alright, we're going to go ahead and sell this. Then we're going to go... Ooh, that's a cool board. I know that's Poseidon, but like, I haven't really seen Poseidon. I know I've made the icon, whatever. Actually, if you go on the wiki, there's a picture of it there. But it is a kind of a cool board, and the trail too, with it being split, is kind of unique. It's not like super unique, but it's kind of cool. That's like... Actually, I haven't made any of the trails for really anything yet. I was showed how to do it, but yeah. Any of the items that you see in game, boards or pets, none of that stuff works as mine. So if you see cool stuff, that's generally Dark Thunder that you say. Except for like this update, I think most of the stuff this update Dark Thunder didn't work on. Starting like next update, whatever, it'll be pretty much all Dark Thunder for pets and boards. Yeah, okay. Level up any pet to level 5. I think we're just going to leech off of Jillian again and use this Daydream because we have 33 left. So now 30. So I probably should be grabbing Ghost from where Fern's at for those items. But yeah, not too big of an issue. Alright, there we go. Ghost from Fern. And Ghost from Jillian. Alright, 20 Jesters, 20 Pinwheels, 10 Dragonflies. Alright, we're probably going to go through Jillian's first, as he is the... Yeah, okay, here's the Godly Pet. Then it's leveling up a Godly Pet, and then it's... Actually, I don't know what the other quest is. I know one of them's unboxing a Godly Pet. Or one of them's leveling up a godly pet. I don't actually know. The other one's any pet to level 10, I believe. Yeah, godly pet to level 4. I do believe if we go sort by level, we should have something like level 3 somewhere. Nope, all this is level 1, 2, level 6. Alright, cool. We are equipping a lantern. I discovered you localize me. Yeah, I know there. I think you're talking about like the text-based translation in like Roblox. I'm not sure if that's exactly what you're talking about. You might be talking about something completely different. But I know localizations on Roblox can sometimes show up some really cool, really weird text stuff. Also, actually, do we even need any ghosts in here? Yes, we do. I suggest, yeah, I know a lot of people have been kind of wanting something to progress similar to that. It is kind of a pain to add that. I don't think it's coming. It's not going to be coming anytime soon. I think it's a low priority for something you can just literally click open your inventory, click close your inventory. Check on, or I guess you can't really do that because it doesn't show the amounts. Like, yeah, it really isn't necessary to have it. Like, it won't speed it up at all. But yeah, I understand the desire for it. I think it's a lot more. It would be a lot of work and isn't really worth it for me being new to the development team. Once I've worked on it for a while, I might be able to go ahead and add features like that. I'll definitely try to remember those features. I'll probably add it to a list of features that people want, so that I can remember to actually, like, when I'm like, I wonder what a good update for this next update will be, I go look at that list instead of being like, hey, you know what sounds like a great idea? Insert random useless feature that sounds great for a development standpoint, but does absolutely nothing to the player base. Actually, I don't know if there's a good idea here. Actually, probably shouldn't even say an example. I think that was no, that's not our godly get up to level 3. I kind of don't want to get the godly up to level 3 because we have a get up any pet up to level 3, which we could just use cones, I guess, for, but you know, I don't want to be lazy. It will probably be faster to use a normal common up to level 3 than using these godlies up to level 3. Or using this godly up to level 3, so yeah. I'm gonna go do Great Guardian, be right back. Alright, good luck. Wait, I don't need any more of these ghosts. What am I doing? I guess I'm working on my pet levels. Alright, there we go, done with Fern. I think the next one is going to be level 3s, if I remember correctly. Oh no, 2 pets level 5. Alright, I think for this, we're going to go do the legendary triple pet leveling stuff. I do believe we have 2 at level 3, or at least at level 2. Oh, we're sorting by level. Let's go sort by rarity. Yeah, we have something at 2. I believe Unstable's our best pet, so we'll keep that. And then Dart, I think, is the next one. Actually, no, we have Diamonds. Oh, and Hearts. Wow, okay. Oh yeah, that was the thing I was realizing about Yoko? Jax? No, Jax. Jax and Fern have like really good complementary quests. For Jax's quest, she has a pet where you have to level up 2 pets up to level 2 or whatever. Maybe this was Yoko. No, it was Yoko. Yoko has really good complementary quests with Fern. He has like you have to level up a pet up to level 2 for Yoko. Then you have to level up pets up to level 3 for Fern, and then you have to level up pets to level 4 for Yoko again, and then you have to level up pets to level 5 for Fern, and then it's level 7 and 10 for Yoko. So it actually makes this really good like system where if you have like the same, you can use like reuse the same pets over and over again for Yoko and Fern if you do them like in the correct order. It's way too much out of your way to actually do them in the correct order, but I found it kind of funny when I was doing quests that it actually works out to be really nice like that. Anyways, next quest on Fern are fight item based, so I'm not going to need to worry too much about them. It's mainly just getting this godly up to level 4, which I think we should be able to do with which I think we should just go ahead and do with the Gatekeeper's quest. So, actually no, we can't technically go there because of Fern's quest. Yeah. Let's really quickly go do Fern's quest. But yeah. Then we can go ahead and move on to Gatekeeper. Just did Great Guardian, 0% corruption. I feel happy. Yeah, it's actually not. It's actually kind of nice to be able to do 0%. I think it's best that it doesn't reward anything. I feel like people are a little too greedy when they're like, hey, double rewards for 0% or whatever. I think the fact that it's so much lag based right now, like if you have a really clean PC, it's really easy to do 0%. But with lag, it gets super inconsistent. You aren't moving fast enough to dodge attacks. It's a pain. You're shooting so much slower. It's just a compound pain, which I think is possible to fix. I don't think it'll be fixed anytime soon, but it is definitely possible to fix. But yeah, as long as lag is an issue on those fights, I don't think it's a good idea to add rewards for skill on it. Oh yeah, don't do that, guys. That is... If you guys mind not opening your inventory before you completely load in, that would be great. No one needs to point out that that's a bug. It's completely normal behavior. I see nothing wrong with that. Yeah, it's a known about bug. I realized it before I published, but I didn't want to go ahead and fix it because I felt like it might increase the loading times a little bit if I did fix it. And since it does load correctly eventually, it wasn't too much of an issue. Hopefully you guys agree with me and don't if you guys don't like that, I know it's a really, I It's a really small thing. Like when you teleport to a world, you aren't going to be immediately opening your quest most of the time, unless you're doing like Agent Blaze. Yeah, I don't think it's super noticeable. It's fine. Oh, yeah, no, for the last year or whatever, I've definitely spent more time on this account than I have on my main account playing Ghost Simulator. It's actually kind of bad in a way. But yeah, anyways, now that we are done with Fern, let's go ahead, head over, and do Great Guardian. Let's see, do we have... Just checking everything. We have our lantern equipped for leveling. But yeah. We're ready. You know, this is probably going to be a really, like, every time I've done a mega boss fight on this account, it's been a lag fest central, so I do apologize for anyone that likes the 30 FPS we're getting right now instead of 2 FPS nightmare help situation that we're about to get into. But yeah. Anyways, here we go. Boss incoming. We're starting at 6 FPS. We dropped down to 2 FPS, 400 ping. No, we haven't actually dropped down to 2 FPS. We're still sitting at a nice, comfortable 4 FPS. This does not feel like 4 FPS. Yeah, this is the problem with mega bosses and lag, guys. You know, this doesn't look too bad, but it can be a lot worse than this. If this dude was chasing us with his attacks, it could be much worse. And then you have stuff like this where this is kind of what it looks like for most people. It's generally a little bit better. But like this is what it's supposed to look like with the frame rates actually being decent. So that's kind of why lag's such a big issue on Great Guardian and all the other mega bosses, is you have those... It really slows down your shooting speed. It slows down your movement speed. So the attacks kind of come out of nowhere. Is it laggy only when... Is it only laggy when you stream? It is a lot more laggy when I stream. It definitely isn't lag free when I'm not streaming, but it is considerably better. I won't lose if I'm not streaming, and I can like literally get a guaranteed lose because I can't escape boss attacks and I can't shoot fast enough while on stream. So yeah, I'm sure there's something I can do to fix this, but I'm sure I've been told that the mega boss code is difficult, like animation specifically on them, so I don't want to try to fix it right now because I'll probably end up breaking more stuff than I fix. But yeah, that's one of my eventual goals as a developer, is to go ahead and make this less PCU based and more actual skill based by removing some of the lag. Oh, and fixing that attack. That attack is weird. Like it's technically dodgeable, but it's also very jank for to actually be able to dodge. Like, see, you can dodge it, but... Also, if I open F9 right now, you guys are going to see a lot of errors. I don't know how many of those are easy to fix versus hard to fix. I have no idea what half of them mean. But yeah, here's what the I don't know, wait, we have 0 errors? Oh yeah, no, we only have errors. Wow, we have 0 errors so far. That's, kind of funny. Oh, did we miss the cycle? What are you doing, Great Guardian? Why are you like this? Yeah. See how he's still doing that attack? Is yellow. For whatever reason, we missed the cycle. Generally, there's plenty enough time, but for whatever reason, either we didn't vacuum fast enough, or somewhat it's trolling. So yeah, no reason to really go in for vacuuming since it'll immediate. Hey, no, bad, Great Guardian, don't do that. All right, lag right now is manageable. I think we're going to be able to go ahead and get this fight done. There is no more hard-hitting attacks other than this one, so as long as we don't get too much lag when it does that to act specifically, we are going to be fine damage-wise. That being said, we did just drop down to like 3 FPS. If that happens again during like a laser attack, we could also lose. But yeah, most of the time the laser attack is going to be fine. It's mainly going to be this shooting attack that we are going to lose to. Alright, that should be the last cycle done. I think this time, if he's close enough to start vacuuming instantly, we should be able to go ahead and go start shooting. So you get a little bit of extra damage, because this would do a little bit of damage to it, so just in case we were going to miss the cycle for whatever reason. But yeah, that will go ahead, get us done with Gatekeeper and Associate Riley, and then all we have left to do is Jilin. Special item, teleport to Riley. Remnant Gum, and then we need to go find those find items. Okay, yeah, I do need a... Alright, I do need to reapply the sword afterwards, I guess. That was weird. Anyways, yeah, the quest journal isn't perfect. I'll add that to the list of bugs I need to fix. But yeah, let's go ahead and use the Remnant Gum and start working on getting all of those things found. 1, 2... In the meantime, we'll also be grabbing Ghost to go ahead and try to level up. And yeah, then leveling up a pet up to level 10 should be easy if we have... I think we have pretty good selection of pets at, like, pretty close. It would probably be best just to use a level 5 common that we have. But we might have, like, a level, like, 9 legendary or rare or whatever that might be close to. But yeah, we have 20 minutes to go ahead and complete rest of Jones' quest. Like, the main part is just... This is probably the longest quest, is this leveling up probably up to level 5. So the fact that we already have it at level 3 is a good sign. We probably should be grabbing like boss or whatever, since those are pretty good efficiencies. Oh, that's why it's in disappeared. Oh, I didn't use permanent gun. Whatever. Hello. It was nice helping you with Great Guardian. Yeah, I definitely appreciate the help with that stuff. Congrats on the developer role. Yeah, no, it's actually nice to be able to do something on Ghost Simulator. I know I've been talking about a lot of stuff. It's nice to be able to actually implement those. And I mean, I am actually qualified for being a developer, so that's nice. It's also nice to have stuff to do. I think there's definitely some aspects of it where, like, as a non-developer, I was like, hey, wait, why can't you add all 5 of these ideas in this next update? Being a developer, it's like, oh, wait, I can maybe do 3 of them if I overwork myself. So there's definitely more work than I think, that I thought before I became a developer that needs to be done. So, yeah. Yeah, I do apologize for any expectations I made for the previous developer on what can be added. But anyways, are you late? Not super late. I mean, live streams are one of those things where, like, not everyone's going to be able to join a live stream. It is on a specific time. For the better or for worse, if you're able to join, it's like, oh, lovely. But if you aren't able to join, it does create this kind of, like, it's not your guys' fault that you guys aren't able to join, despite whatever you guys feel like. It's kind of just how streams work. Anyways, we need to probably equip the remnant gum so that we can actually be finding these find items. So many more opportunities, right? Yeah, it'll also be nice because, like, you know, I have this bachelor degree for, like, programming. So I can actually, like, use it. Actually, about that, I know last time I was saying I had to go talk to my school about, like, why I don't actually have it yet. Because, like, for whatever reason, I made a mistake or whatever. I didn't end up getting it when I, like, actually, like, completed all my classes. I ended up being that I literally sent an email to, like, one person, and within a day I had a response, not a response back, but it was like, oh yeah, nope, here's your bachelor degree. It was like, wow, that was so much easier than I was expecting. Like, didn't need to do any back and forth, didn't need to like talk to people, explain my thing like 20,000 times, just one email and it got fixed. So that was really nice of the school, like. And eventually I'll be getting my actual bachelor degree, and you know, I'll be a maybe not a productive member of society, but an educated member of society officially. So yeah, that'll be nice. Yes, I have rebirthed in the hard mode account. I did that, I think, 2 months ago or so. There's been a few weeks where I haven't done streams, so One was due to Christmas, and the other one was due to me wanting to do Minecraft instead. So, you know, just how it works. But yeah, so not exactly. I did it on episode 21, I think I rebirthed, and I like read at the start of episode 21 and started working towards main hub completion. So yeah, 6 episodes ago. It's actually a lot faster to progress now that I've rebirthed. I see you're rocking Othello. I like that board too. Yeah, honestly, it's just the last board I actually got that was new, so that's kind of why I've equipped. I think it's a cool looking board. I like the dragon aspects of it, all that stuff, but I don't know. I don't think it's like an amazing board. I think it's a good board, as I said, but you know, I'm more of equipping it because I haven't equipped anything else. More than I think it's one of the best. I think it's the best board in my inventory. It might be the best board in my inventory. I don't think I remember getting other better looking ones, but yeah. I should stop talking. But yeah, eventually I do want to actually go for grinding for classifieds on this count. At least something like a rain wave and then maybe a caustic wing to show you guys how you do it. I think that'll be after I do my second rebirth on this count, or maybe max out on this rebirth. Like the thing about this account is with the current rules in place, it won't be really realistic like rebirth grind or whatever. So I'm probably going to end up, once I get my second rebirth, maxed out like 100% game completion or whatever, which isn't actually something I'm going to be going for because that would require getting some mythicals from my Great Guardian that I don't think is good use of this account's time. But yeah, someone was, Deadbull was suggesting that instead of playing through this account like normal, that once I get to like, I think it was, once I get past my second rebirth, as I've done like every single NPC at least once, I'd switch over from like hard mode to just kind of a free-to-play account, play it more, so I could actually go like grind rebirths on it. I don't know, like, I mean, we're already episode 26, so I don't know how, once we get to my finishing up Remnant Zone or whatever, how much I'll feel like playing on this account more. Like, it might just be like, okay, I'm done with this account once I get there. But if I do get there, I feel like that's a good idea to show you guys kind of what you guys can do as a free-to-play. See for myself what people can do as free-to-play, and kind of just show, like, how playing through the game works, sort of, more or less. I'd say go for a dev classified since it's the easiest in terms of just straight grinding, because gems are a problem for you right now. No, gems are not a problem for me right now. It'll be... I can, like, I'm right now sitting on 6 million gems. This literally took me, I think, like, 20 minutes to get maximum. I think billions, yeah, would be a problem. But it's going to be faster for me to get billions of gems than whatever I need for dev classifieds. Oh, look at that. We are done with Jillian's quest. So now we just need to level up a pet to level 10. And we should be good. Yeah, also the usable, is kind of broken. I'll fix this eventually, but I have no idea where it broke. Actually, I do know where it broke. Anyways, yeah, just ignore that the usable is currently broke on the item sorting. I know people have reported it before, but no, I was wanting to go over to pets and sort by level. Because I'm fairly sure I have a... No, okay, I do not have a good level 9 pet. Level 5 is going to be the best I have. Alright, we're going to go ahead and equip that. Alright, you can fix that stuff now, yes! as a developer, every time I find these bugs on stream, I can add them to a list of things. Oh, I need to fix this. Whether or not they get fixed in the next update, that is a different question entirely. Honestly, if someone goes ahead and reports that somewhere in any bug channel, I'll remember it better. Actually, yeah, if you guys report, like, if I say, like, oh, look at this bug or whatever in game, I'm not going to remember it. So if you guys go ahead, if I do say stuff like that, feel free to go repeat what exactly I said. Oh yeah, there's this bug in the journal where every time you open it early, it goes ahead and spazzes out because it's adding quests. Go ahead and re-report them, even if you're like, oh yeah, developers are aware of it. Reporting it through the official channels makes it a lot easier for me to keep track of, and mark off, and other people to remind me about all that fun stuff that is really helpful for keeping stuff actually functioning. But yeah. Hi, try fixing the final boss glitches, please. I will eventually get to them. Right now, I don't want to touch the Guardian bosses at the moment. Or any of the mega bosses, because they are going to be too easy for me to break, and kind of a pain to fix. There's other bugs that I want to fix first. But yeah, that's eventually one of the things I can go ahead and fix. I actually saw someone. No rebirths having both triple stream and extra boss view. To rebirths, but I couldn't record it since those are not. Oh, you mean like they weren't displaying the actual amount of rebirths they had, or like they had access to those stuff like when they shouldn't? So I think both of those are possible, unfortunately. Oh, our F9 screen didn't correctly remove. That is... Nope, not even an F9 bug. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. That's one of those things where it's like, yeah, I do need to fix that. But at the same time, it's a high priority since it isn't actually affecting... It isn't affecting normal users. It's just people are able to abuse the game how they shouldn't. I'm fairly sure I can just... What in the world's with this lag? I hate obbies. Anyways, fail number 3. Okay, you guys don't need to keep count. Okay, maybe you guys do. Alright, you know what? We're just going to do this. Why didn't that jump register? Why did the second jump register? What? Okay, I give up. We're doing other stuff. Surely those aren't our last 2. Yeah, we have 7 more that we need to find other than those 2. We have plenty of stuff to do. Yeah, but yeah, I can't be bothered to at this point. I'm lagging way too much. Like, it's... You guys can see how fast I'm moving, right? This is like 10 times slower than you should be able to move in Ghost Simulator. It is... It's not even fair, really. Actually, where's... Oh, no, Obby. That's what I can go do. Because over here, there's like 20,000. Actually, I think there's one already gotten that one? No, I haven't. One there. And then there's like 2 or 3 in this thing. Yeah, there's no way we're jumping correctly to get over that. Alright, that should be 2 more. There might be one on top of it too, I don't know for certain though. I mean, it's not, I'm using OBS, so it isn't, I wouldn't say it's OBS's fault. But it is because I am streaming. It doesn't really matter what I am using, it just, there might be a better one than OBS that's somewhat more optimized and whatever, but OBS is easier to use and whatnot, so it's what I'm going to stick with. Oh, auto jump, that's why I jumped. Did I get it? No, I missed it. F. There we go. Yeah, no, it's my PC overheating. That's just how my, that's my PC, trying to limit, how much, heat's given off. So when it's overheating or whatever, it'll drop me down to 3 FPS, but some of the time it will allow, like, when it's like, oh yeah, no, you have plenty of time. And it's because it's a laptop, so it's limiting itself to a lower, like, temperature than, what it, a normal, like a computer, for instance, would allow you to go up to a higher temperature because it isn't sitting on someone's lap, as part of the deal of, like, why you would buy it. So laptop does make it limit its temperature a lot more than it probably could do if it was like a same specs on like a computer that sits on like the floor or whatever, desk mounted, whatever. Why do I see Mackey's burnt fish sticks and pins? Because people like to pin what developers say when it's funny or whatever. And because, like, generally when the developers do talk, not me, I'm not very funny. They generally reserve, I talk way too much and I'm not funny. They generally reserve what they talk to something, like, actually funny, whereas, like, most other people are just kind of randomly talking. Like, you know, someone at level 70 is probably, like, half the stuff they say is nonsense, and when they do say funny stuff, it's kind of meh. But when someone like a developer who rarely talks, generally funnier and generally more impactful since they rarely talk. But yeah, why is it? Because Mackie burnt her fish sticks. That's the actual answer. Anyways, I'm missing some of these find items, and I don't know where they are. So yeah, we're going to do the quick look. We're going to have to do a quick look around the map. We do still have to level up a common up to level 10, so that's, yeah, that's definitely going to happen. Actually, no, that being said, there is one of these right here, so, 2 now, I think? No, still 3. I guess that makes sense. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and get 50 XP from this. We're going to go... Yeah, actually, probably once it gets down to 70%, we're probably good on the amount of damage to get the actual XP, so we're probably going to leave it there, and then continue vacuuming ghosts and running around. Maybe a tad early. And you know, I hate to say this, but there's always the small potential that one of the find items got accidentally deleted. Like there's a really small potential. I think they all exist and they're just kind of hard to find. I do believe one of them is hidden behind one of these rainbow things, which... Actually, no, there's like... I just can't remember which one. But yeah, we do need to find 3 more of those things. I think we've already got one from this island. I don't think there's one behind there. Actually, no, I haven't checked on top of the race obby, so that should be another one, I think. And then there might be like one more that we're missing in the Jax's area. But yeah, one here. Potentially one more over here. If it is, I'm not seeing it, so... I guess while we're here, might as well grab the rest of Brim. Hello, Jesse. And yeah, this is my cat. Who makes a baguette? Okay, who wouldn't make a baguette? Okay, let's say you're given the option. Hey, you're home. Do you want to make a baguette? You have the ingredients, you have everything for it. Is there any good reason not to make a baguette? Yes, you're actually in the way, Jesse. All right. I do believe one of these has something in it. I just don't know which one. Yeah, that's fairly normal. Or maybe French bread. French bread's what's it's normally. But yeah, no, cooking it, like heating it up, you mean? Like heating it up is good if you want it like nice crisp, if it wasn't already like fresh or whatever. I do know that there are some of these find items that are actually pretty well hidden. And then there are some that are like this where it's just me being blind. Anyways, one more left. Yeah, this one's going to be an issue. My guess would be somewhere in the Jax's area. I think I haven't found quite enough there, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I do know though that it's not in the ooh, someone has a cool rare board there. Anyways, I do know that, however, that it's not in the castle. I don't think. I think I've checked everywhere there. Actually, it might be on top of the castle. No, I've checked on top of the castle. Yeah, I'll probably check around the castle courtyard, and then on top of the castle, those areas. Might also be behind the portal or whatever, but yeah. How many times have I finished the Void? I've finished it 24 times on my main account, once on this account, once on my alt. So that's 20... Actually, 25 times on my main account. So, 27 times total now. After an 8-month burnout, I returned. Yeah, I understand people get burned out. I feel like it's not really burnout for Ghost Simulator, just like lack of stuff to do. What I mean by that, it's like not like you did too much work and you don't want to play. It's more of like there's nothing for you to do, so you don't want to play. Anyways, let's go try to find this last find item. Actually, it could be on top of one of those spires. I haven't even checked there. Yeah, my guess it's going to be somewhere in this castle courtyard area or in the Jax's Music Meadows. I think I have burned out. That's what you get. No. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes you get burnt out. When you do get burnt out, one of the things that you can do is instead of like huge goal is making like a, I don't know, a small goal, like log in daily to get like this streak reward or whatever, where you just kind of need to log in daily. I can't remember if there's one here. I honestly don't believe so, but you know. Yeah, you've also been kind of distracted, Snatcher, so, yeah, I don't believe there is a find item up here. Yeah, there is 0 find item up here. Alright. But yeah, it's been past an hour. I did not think it would take this much time to find all these find items for Riley. I have 7 cats in my house currently. Yeah. Cats can get kind of annoying. I think this one's getting a little too needy all the time, which is partially my fault because I'm spoiling her. But yeah, no, they're cute, and I mean, when they look like this, how can you blame them? This can't ever be their fault. Yeah, it doesn't actually take as much glitchy loot gum as you think to go ahead and do Rebirth, especially if you have like 2 times items. Like it's like 10 to 20 loot gums like in an ideal like grind. It's not that bad. I'm in a server with someone that has 121 rebirths. Yeah, I think the current highest rebirth count, like 100 rebirths is a lot. Like it's pretty insane. I think the current highest is 240. I don't know how much of that was legit. I'm not super familiar with them, so I can't comment on. I know in the past there's been at least some glitches where you could actually enter, like you could skip Agent Blaze in his entirety. Used to be a thing. So it's kind of hard to say whether or not they did it like all 240 then, or if they did it all when and because you could skip Agent Blaze, you could go ahead and skip Gyoko and you literally had to do 0 quests, other than Void. And even then, I think there might even still be like, there might still be some cheese people could do. Alright, I am guessing that something in here I missed, but I don't want to do the obby. I want to go next to it just in case there isn't anything. Alright, we kind of want to go above it, don't we? So we don't get completely wrecked when we get laggy. Yeah, okay, no way we get above it right now. Like, look at this jump height. I do know that someone though has legitimately got 230 rebirths, which is pretty close. So, anyways, I'm not seeing any missing orbs, so we aren't going to go bother doing this thing again. The idea was just in case we missed one on like the backside of a wall or something. Yeah, it looks like that should be fine. Yeah, it's going to be one of the stupid ones. I'm almost sure of it at this point. Not going to be a super obscure one. Yeah, if you keep joining the same server, that's generally just how Roblox joins work. They'll try to put, like, if you join close enough together, you'll get into the same server. That's just how it works. Same thing with like joining friends. If you have a friend in the server, it'll try to make you join that friend. So if you have a friend in the same server, you'll pretty much always join that server, especially with how Ghost Simulator works with like 2 social slots. So 2 spots in the server, they'll always be reserved, left open unless a friend joins. So if you look at the amount of player built in this current server, it's going to be 9 plus me, so like 1, 2, 3, 4, or less. Right now it's 8, but very rarely will you see a server with 11 or 12 people in it. If you go look at like Ghost Sim, like the pages, or the places page in the Roblox app or whatever, it'll go ahead and show like 5, 6, 7 servers with 10 people in it, and relatively few with like 11 or 9 or whatever, just because that's kind of how joining optimization works for Roblox. Also, where in the world? Oh, it's over there, isn't it? No? What? What in the world? Okay, guys, have I checked everywhere? No, there is this one place. That's right. Duh. Okay, where is it? Where is that one place? Maybe I'm misremembering. Could have sworn there's like a hidden island somewhere. Also, how are we on our pet leveling? Level 9. Alright, cool. Right now, I am looking for a single last find item because I have forgotten where it is. And my cat is being in the way. But yeah, we're almost done with Ghost World. Just needed to complete Jilin really quick, and then we and then find this last thing for Associate Riley, and we should be good. Always good to see you and your cat. Yeah, she is, she decided to join the stream. Sometimes you get lonely, so she comes seeking attention. And, you know. I'm gonna head out. Gotta test. Yeah, alright, good luck. Yeah, definitely, YouTube is one of those things you guys... I know I watch too much YouTube, or at least I used to. I might still do, arguably. But, like, it's better to go do something productive than to watch a YouTube video, so I can't blame you guys for, like, hey, you must watch all of my content or whatever. That'd just be dumb. Anyways, alright, we should get the XP from that, and then, you know, hopefully we can find this last little find item. You know, I said it wasn't in here. I'm double checking. Is it behind any of these things? No, none of those things. Oh, is it behind a door? Don't you dare tell me it's behind... I never even checked in there. It was one of the most obvious places. Anyways, that will mean that we get a very useless item and Riley's motorcycle. And we should just be able to really quickly go ahead and grab the, like, 7 more ghosts we need for... No? There we go. For Jillian, last quest is auto-completed since it's the, collect them all. And there we go. We have all of the quests, I think, in Ghost World done. I hopefully didn't miss any. That will be it for this stream. I think next stream we're going to go ahead and continue on this rebirth, second rebirth, or first rebirth? I don't know how you guys want to count that. Going into Backdoor with the data link. This is actually, like, this is a lot faster pace than I was thinking we'd go through. Because, like, it took us, I think, like, 15 episodes to get this far in our first time through. And it was just a pain the whole entire time. Like, I'd have to do off-stream grinding and whatnot for stuff. It was a pain. But yeah, we're definitely, after rebirthing, does get a lot faster to go ahead and progress through the game. But yeah, currently do not have any quests. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. That will be the end for now. I think I'm going to go ahead and probably do a similar stream to this next week. Later this week, I'll be doing a Minecraft video, and then next week, this same stream and an update video. Hopefully continue on the stream and a video every single week for this year. We'll see how long that lasts. I technically missed a week for a video, but, you know, I did 2 videos the previous week and 1 video and 2 videos the next week, so whatever you guys want to count that as. But anyways, yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye. And if you guys do have any suggestions for, like, Ghost Simulator, since I am a developer, just last note, feel free to leave them as comments or whatever. DM me in Discord. I read them even if I don't respond to them. I am reading them. Some of the stuff you guys have ideas for is, like, already planned or whatever, or I'm aware of. But yeah. Bye. I just wanted